When I think of engaged learning, I use the phrase active learning, which means that students are actively involved during the course, during class time, where the instructor and the students work together to produce learning in the classroom, as opposed to an instructor simply delivering information and students simply receiving it.
I want the students to be excited about learning and be able to make the connections to see how they take what's happening in the classroom and apply it to their, whether it's their current day-to-day life or whether they can see the long-term view as to, how does this stuff actually help me as I pursue further studies or work or what have you. How do you take an active role in your own learning?
So the traditional model is you go to class, you get lectured to, then you go home and you try to apply that by yourself at home. Whereas the flipped classroom says, do that initial learning at home, and then we use class time. The instructor can work with you in small groups to ensure that you've learned that material, and then to get you to apply that with your peers in a variety of ways.
In comparison to the lecture-based classes that I have, the engaged learning style has definitely been advantageous to me. My notes are more comprehensive and the lectures are more comprehensive and easier to follow along and engage my interest in class.
I'm more of a hands-on visual learner, so being in that setting allowed me to better understand the curriculum and better understand what was being taught in a classroom setting.
We're very fortunate at Laurier to have the active learning classroom because it's one of the classrooms where students can engage and talk between themselves. The students have an opportunity to discuss and show each other their work. So we split up into groups and they have to discover something or find a topic, look at it, talk about it. And there are computers set up in each of these tables so that the students can find something if they want on the internet and then come back to the larger group and contribute to the larger group's discussion. The students like the fact that they're surrounded by multimedia and technology and that it's a more informal kind of setting where you're not just looking at the teacher in front, but you're able to talk to your peers and your students in that classroom more.
Students benefit immensely from engaged learning because it allows students to practice their skills before they're out in the real world. It allows you to interact and network with people and meet different people, whereas being in a lecture setting is kind of limited.
There's a variety of research that shows that active learning is more effective for retaining knowledge versus passive learning. So I think in that sense, Laurier is a leader in trying to find ways to facilitate active learning in a variety of disciplines and a variety of situations.